a witch's ladder. So what are we talking about here with the magic ladder? Are we talking about something big that we climb up or something else? The witch's ladder is a form of old Scottish magic which has survived till today. It is a very practical kind of magic and can be used for just about anything that you wish for. Witches' ladders have been found by archaeologists. Cords that have been purposefully tied and left in sacred places are obviously spells that have been cast. Witches' ladders, even though it's practiced in Scotland today, does seem to be a very, very old form of magic that predated our Anglo-Saxon heritage. It ties the esoteric and the spiritual into the mundane and forms that link between the two. It works on your subconscious as a constant reminder of what you've wished for, and it's a constant tactile affirmation. If you work with magic spirits on the other side, you can also tie their energies into this magic ladder as well. Remember, stay watching till the end if you want this spell to work for you. With every spell, there's little nuances that you need to pick up. I have years of experience in the magical field, and unlike a lot of other new witches that get on here and tell you their ideas and make up spells, I'm going to give you things that I know work, that I have tried, and I will tell you how to make them work for you. So stay watching right to the end so you can get all of the correct information. Shay de Montfort here, coming to you from Magick magazine, the best resource on the internet for practical magic, where we discuss the esoteric and the arcane in terms of common sense, what works, science and academia as well.
Ang popeth am Iesu. Rwy'n hiraethu am adrai, roedd eisiau yno. Rwy'n hiraethu am adrai, rwy eisiau dyno.
Now, when I say a witch's ladder, I don't mean people carried a great big ladder around in their wallet. What they had was a knotted piece of cord, a piece of string or a ribbon with knots tied in it. Each of the knots were tied with a purpose. The art of tying knots has long been associated with witches and witchcraft. Sailors, when they would go to sea, would take a witch's ladder with them for good luck, into which the witch had tied knots that held the winds, so that if a sailor needed some winds to get home, he would untie the knots to release the winds. Or if the winds needed to be restrained, if there was a storm, they would take out the witch's ladder and hang it for restraining the winds. Witches' ladders can be used for many things. They can be used to bring love into your life, to make things more lovable, to give you success with a new job or a new job interview. If you use this for prosperity, there are some very basic rules for prosperity. Prosperity always comes out of a sense of gratitude. Be grateful for what you do have and you get more. That's the way that law of attraction will work for you. Don't ever use anybody's generosity against them. And don't make yourself poverty bait. Don't tell everybody how poor you are. Before you begin your magic witch's ladder, what I want you to do is to make sure that you know exactly what it is that you wish for. Make sure that you sit down, have a meditation, and focus on what it is you want to create. All magic has a magical action, it has a reaction and a cost. When you meditate, look deep into the metaverse and see what reaction your magic will have on every path. And then steer your magic down the path that is best for you. This is called casting the hest and the sword. And then you can also link your magical will in with the will of other people around you. When I do my witch's ladder, I fold it up, I keep it in my wallet, I hang one over my computer where I do my work, or I will do a witch's ladder when I want to create something new, and make it successful. Interesting fact, did you know that knitting was originally a witch's art? To have a piece of clothing that was completely made out of knots tied by a witch was considered incredibly good luck, and sailors would pay a fortune for them. In fact, that form of Scottish magic became so strong that the Northern Isles, the Orkneys and the Shetlands, have their own form of knitting to this day. Hand knitting is highly prized. Witches have long been associated with tying knots, and in future episodes I will show some magical knots that you can tie for different purposes from different cultures. The step-by-step how-to spell in my little book, Quick, Useful and Effective Spells for the 7 Most Wished-For Things. Okay, so you're going to need a long piece of ribbon that has not been used for any other purpose. You can certainly pick a colour that is aspected to what you need. For instance, this very light pale blue is aspected to communication in speech because I'm showing you how to do something. Now we're going to make the witch's ladder, right, by tying this in a very particular order. First of all, you want to fold it in half and tie the first knot in the middle. By the spell of 1, it has begun. Now, the next 2 knots are going to be tied at the ends, at the very ends of the ribbon. By the spell of 2, it will come true. By the spell of 3, so mote it be. So now we have a knot in the middle and a knot at both ends. So what we're going to do is go halfway between those knots, find that middle again, and that will be our 4th knot. By the knot of 4, open the door. And then to the other side again, from the middle and the end, halfway. By the spell of 5, it is alive. If you lose your spot, just put the knots together and manipulate the new knot to between those 2 knots. By the spell of 5, it is alive. Right? So we've got 5 knots in there now. Now we're going to go to between the outer 2 knots and work towards the middle, because we always want to bring magic to the middle. So again, put those 2 knots together, find the middle, tie your knot, make sure it comes to the middle. By the spell of 6, it is fixed. In between the 2 again, to the middle. By the spell of 7, it has been given. Right, so now we're going to go working in towards the middle again. We're going to go between the very middle knot and the next knot out. Put those 2 knots together and move this one into the middle. By the spell of 8, make it great. And the final knot is in between the middle knot and that one. Put them together. Right. Tie the knot. And move it to the end. By the spell of 9, what's done is mine. Make it mine, so mote it be. And that is what you call your witch's ladder. If you did it for prosperity, keep it in your wallet. If you did it for communication, keep it near where you will need to communicate, like over the corner of your computer, right? Or on your table if you're doing a lecture. If you're doing it for peace and love in the family, then you're going to keep it near photos of your loved ones. Right. If you're doing it for health, then you're going to put it near the area of your body that you want to be made healthy. So once you've done it, you just fold it up into its halves and halves again. But the diagram and the spell for tying the knots is in my little book. So there's your knot tying diagram. Right, that shows you how to do it. And the words of the spell. They're in my little book, Quick, Useful and Effective Spells for the 7 Most Wished For Things. If you like the work that we do in providing magic to the masses, as we have done for decades, for free, please hit the like and subscribe button, or you can support us on our Patreon channel, or you can send us a one-time donation using the PayPal me link below. Well, guys, what did you think of that? So, Georgia, I can see that you're here. So I've put the link up there, not only for the video, but also I've put the link up there as well for the book, Quick, Useful and Effective Spells. And even though Magic Magazine isn't in print anymore, we're doing a lot more of these little books. So the little books, that way you've always got the information. It doesn't go out of date with the Witch's calendar, you know, the almanac that we used to have in there. So yeah. So that's what. So there's plenty of information that's available there for you. So basically, make sure you get your cord and you tie the 9 knots in it. The little rhyme that goes along with this spell is about making sure that you have a separate wish for each of those knots. So every time you tie one of those knots, you are visualizing an aspect of what it is you want to create, that it's coming alive, that it's happening now, that it's here for you. Right? And then when you put that together, right, and you fold that cord and you put it in your wallet, or you carry it around with you on your person, or you put it over your computer screen like mine is here now, then you can see what's going on and how things are going to develop for you with that. It is a great way of manifesting things. You can use this as a real visual aid to manifestation. Right? It is there. It is a constant reminder, and you will see that things manifest slowly, and those 9 little aspects of that manifestation become very obvious to you because of this. Yeah, it's good to see you, Georgina. Yeah, so it's interesting. This is my first live. This is my first experiment with StreamYard to see how we go spreading this information onto a few different channels at the same time. So it was a little bit impromptu to do this. I knew I had this video to put out, but that's why I've done this, so that, you know, Georgina, by you being here today, you've actually helped me overcome my hesitancy with doing this, and now I can see how this all works now that I've actually done it, which is brilliant. Oh, wow, Georgina! So you're up in Queensland now. That's fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, so you should be able to come to some of the events and things that we have here. I mean, like tomorrow, I'm going to have a live with Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly is that international Irish Baran player, the Irish drum player, and we're very, very lucky to have him coming to Queensland to teach people how to do Irish drum, and to combine with him. Am I echoing? I believe that the echo, it's not echoing on my side. So I have switched off the echo on my side, but yeah, I believe that on your end you should be able to switch off the echo as well. Let me have a look. I'm just going to double check that. Yeah, let me just
Let me find that. I should be able to see settings. Yeah, audio. Yeah, I've got the echo cancellation on. So I don't know why it's echoing. My apologies about that. So maybe I'll turn that one off, automatically adjust my mic volume. See if that makes it any better. So hopefully that will be a little bit better for you. Is that any better, Georgina? Can't see your comment. St. George. Well, not St. George in Brisbane. So you must be further north than that. Oh dear, so sorry that it's echoing. Yeah, I'm on the Gold Coast, Georgina. So yeah. Okay. All right. If you're ever down this way, always have a look at what workshops we do have going, because there's always some very interesting workshops available. Yeah, and it's a really nice thing to be able to be with other people who are like-minded. Oh, you're west, so inner Queensland. Wow. I bet it's been cold out there the last few days. Have you had any? Oh, you're near Roma. Yeah, okay. Have you had snow out that way? There's so many places in Queensland have had snow over this winter. Yeah, how long have you been living there for, Georgina? Yeah. Yeah, no, the small Western communities, if there are people who are spiritually inclined or magically inclined, they do tend to keep to themselves. So it's warm at Roma. It's been so cold here. The last 2 days have been warm on the Gold Coast. But we've had really like 8 degrees and lower at night. Wow, that's fantastic, Georgia. Oh, jealous. Yeah. So yeah, in the smaller communities, unfortunately, because there can be a lot of prejudice, and has been a lot of vicious prejudice in Queensland here, you do find that people in small rural communities, if they are spiritually inclined, and especially if they're magically inclined, they tend to keep to themselves. Even though they all have a great connection with the land, they'll all have certain things that they do. Every farmer has a ritual with how they do everything, right? They're very, very superstitious, but they don't come out with it. They don't come out, and it's so nice to get together and have a community, right, where you can just relax. Look, even in the Indigenous communities out west, I find, because there's a lot of them are heavily Christianized, they can be just as harsh and judgmental as everybody else, even regarding their own traditional ways. And you've got to remember that in Australia, the traditional magic belief of the Indigenous, the Kadacha, is still illegal. Our government's all up about having a voice and being very woke and inclusive, but the religious belief, the true religious belief of the Indigenous, the Kadacha, is still illegal. I know, isn't it amazing? Even where I live, all the kids are great. The kids love me. All the animals in the street love me. But you get one or two people that go past my house and go, "Oh, that's the witch's house. Be careful." Right, and they back away scared. Yeah. Oh, what a shame, Georgina. Yeah. If only we could show that empowered people are such a good resource for a community. If a community has 2 or 3 witches in it, then it's such a valuable tool to be able to help other people with. And 90% of what witches do is help other people. Yeah, it is. Sometimes it is easier to keep to yourself, but I just want to let you know that there are communities and that we are here for you. So if you're ever down this way, let us know, and just keep an eye on my Facebook page, keep an eye on my newsletters and other things that I put out, and you will see what workshops we have coming up. And we do have some good ones. And hopefully before the end of the year, we're going to do an on-country event with Donny Didge. And we're going to go away camping for the weekend, and he's going to show us not only some Indigenous bushcraft, he'll show us bush tucker, Indigenous medicine, but he's also going to show us how to make a boomerang, and for the women, clap sticks as well. So yeah. So Tanya, how are you? Yes. So from Botswana. Wow, that's a long way away. But very nice to see you. It's really interesting to see where people come from. It really is. So yeah. Okay. So Georgina, seeing as how I've known you for so long, and I have had so much to do with you, and I really appreciate you being my first person on the live here. Would you like me to do a very quick free live reading for you online? Yeah, the Pitjantjatjara at Uluru, like there's a couple of different people there, even though it's traditional Pitjantjatjara land. Yeah. So, yeah, some of the things out there can be quite heartbreaking. Okay. So, Georgina, I've just, for the sake of speed, what I'm going to do is just do a very quick 3-card spread for you. So I'm going to pull 3 cards up. I'll hold them up to the camera, then I'll explain them for you. Okay, my darling? All right, so my first card. Can you see that? The Ace of Cups. Heart being filled up, you becoming much more happy than what you have been. Happiness, love, loving your life, being able to find what it is that fulfills you. That's what the Ace of Cups means. So that's great to have that up first. 3 of Coins. 3 of Coins is about a new opportunity there for you. And usually, yes, it does mean a financial opportunity. It can mean more money coming in for you, a little bit of an extra kickstart along. But usually it's like a good opportunity that gets offered to you. So, yeah, and with the Ace of Cups, it looks like you're going to really enjoy that. All right, so the Knight of Coins is our slow, steady knight. He is of all of the knights in the tarot deck, he's the knight where the horse is standing still. So it is about taking your time, making sure the timing is right, not rushing into things, not taking any risks. So don't be impulsive at this point in time. Don't take any risks. What you need to do is stand still, weigh things up, make sure things are going to go very, very well for you. So when this opportunity is offered to you, you'll go, okay, let me think about that for a little while. And then you'll come back and go, wow, there you go. Yeah, so there you go. Does that make sense for you, Georgina, with what's happening? So you've got happiness and fulfillment, opportunity, right, but don't rush things. Take your time. Whoops, just move that to the camera, and make sure that it all goes well. Yeah, you're very welcome, Tanya. It's really nice to hear from people over there. All right, my love. So there's my video. It is now officially launched. Oh, good. I'm glad it does. So for the other people who are watching me, or for the people who will watch this when it plays back later, please know that I'm always available for readings. So if you would like to have a reading with me, we can certainly organize that. You can do little quick readings with me. Most people like to book half an hour readings with me. And seeing as how all of my comments today have come through Facebook, all you'd have to do is just send me a private message and we'd organize that for you. So Yeah, so I can see Georgina sent me a oh, there you go. And the thing is with psychic readings, when you do get psychic readings from other people, and you get multiple psychic readings within a short space of time, they should all say the same thing. It's like going to a doctor, and the doctors all say a similar thing. It's like getting a second opinion or a third opinion. If they're all saying the same thing, then pretty much what they say is going to happen. So that sounds good for you, Georgina. So good things ahead. Yeah. All right, my loves. Well, thank everybody. Thank you to everybody for being online with me today and helping me through my first StreamYard live. Oh, okay, but we got there. Yay! We did it. We all did it together, and I appreciate this help with this new technological magic. I wish it was all as simple as my old magic that I know so much about. So, and I've also discovered that I've got to keep looking at the camera because I've been looking all over the screen at everything else that's going on here, trying to watch the comments come up. But yeah, I can see that this is a very useful tool that I will be using in the future a lot. So thank you for being with me today. Thank you, Georgina. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate all your help, all your love, and watch out for next time. So tomorrow we're going to do another live with Kevin Kelly. That should be a lot of fun. He's a great fun guy. And he'll be giving you a few little drumming tips online if you've ever wanted to learn how to do Irish drumming. And he and I have both organized a couple of little giveaways. So if you're interested in getting something for nothing and learning about sacred sound, learning about sacred sound healing, and also having just a fun time, then tune in tomorrow and be with Kevin and I as we bring you sacred drumming, sacred sound healing, a little preview, a little intro into that. All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Oh, and Athena. All right, thanks for popping in really quickly. I'll give you a one card reading, Athena, because you've come in really, really late. All right. Ace of Coins. A little bit extra. Time, effort, energy, and money will be available to you. So that's good. Where's the camera? Yeah, so you will get a little bit extra. What time tomorrow? Friday. We're going to do it at 5:30 because a lot of people are knocking off work then. And by 5:30 they're able to sit down, put their feet up, have their first cuppa, and tune in. So yeah, and if not, they can always, like with this one, watch us again later. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Right. Remember, contact me for through private messages if you would need a detailed reading. The book, Quick, Useful, and Effective Spells, is available on Amazon. You can watch the video again on YouTube if you like, and it should be also up on both my Facebook pages again. And if there's anything else that you need, please make sure that you do send me a message because I'm here for you. All right, my loves, every blessing. Bye.